Good morning, my lovelies. Let's doze. It's Wednesday, and I'm so excited to show you this outfit, and I have something really cool to tell you guys, so cheers. Okay, let's get water. Okay, so first outfit. I'm gonna step back so we can see. These shoes are so dang cute. They don't actually, go with everything because they're totally plaid and everything, but kind of feeling them with this outfit, even though it's like stripes and plaid, but the color is perfect. So we're gonna be okay with it. This is the bag. This is like one of my largest bags. So much stuff fits in here. She is by Christian Dior, and I love Christian Dior. I also really love their perfume. Nini gave me a whole set of Dior perfume, and I'm so obsessed. It's my favorite perfume. I love, 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 love it. And this bag is so adorable. I think the only way it could have been better is if it was pink. But it's such a fun bag for outfits like this. I've totally been doing like a whole like blue theme, and I've just been really feeling it. I did my lashes. They look like purple, but it's actually pink with like a navy blue kind of blue, and it's just so pretty. And I've totally showed you guys these earrings, and the dress is just, oh my gosh, so pretty. My husband really liked the dress today, so we are feeling this outfit, but I'm about to take it off because I'm gonna go running with the dogs, and that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about. We went way out there yesterday. Like, we went way out there on the trails, and we actually got lost for a minute, and I'm just like wandering around because there's so many trails, and we were so far out there, and we were like miles away from home at that point. And I found where we were by finding like there's construction of a new animal shelter, and we ended up like by that construction, and then like we kept going until we could find like the main road. But I didn't want my husband to pick us up because we were way far from home, I like walking wise, and I didn't want my husband to have to pick us up on like a busy street, so we turned down like the next like light where it was like another street to turn down, and we just kind of kept walking until there was a parking lot, and the parking lot that we ended up in was the new Las Colinas parking lot, which for those of you who don't know, Las Colinas is the jail, which I have personally done, some time at, which I haven't done. It's been a minute since I've done time, but like, so that's why there's like a whole new parking lot that I didn't even recognize. They've done like a lot of construction on it, but it hit me that the trails I was walking on were the trails that we would sit, I think it was when we would do like our like spa care day, which is when they'd give us like a pair of tweezers and we get to like pluck our eyebrows and stuff, and I think we did it only like once a month or something, but it was like spa day, and I think you could have like tweezers and I don't know what else, but it was a big day for a lot of us, especially the ones of us who were there for a minute. And I think some of it you could see from, depending on like what housing unit you were in, there were certain places where you could see these trails, and I used to sit there, and I'm talking, this is almost 2 decades ago, and I would sit out there and I'd see people walking their dogs, and I used to just be like, because anytime I ever saw like real people, I would always just think like how bad I would want to trade places with literally anyone. But I love animals. Like, I would be missing my dog when I was locked up. I usually had like a little tiny dog, and a lot of times towards the end, like my little tiny dog would be with my husband, but I would be like missing her so bad. And I would see people walking with their dogs, and I would just like pine away for how bad I wanted to be those people. And it was like worlds colliding because I was those people out there with my dogs almost 2 decades later. And it was such a trippy feeling because I thought about how the only thing separating me in that was time. Like, the amount of years And like how back then I had no idea even where that was. I'm from like North County. This is East County. And the jail is obviously like actually really close to my house. And one of the reasons we ended up buying this house is that my husband went looking at houses when I was locked up, and I think that's how he ended up picking this house. But I just thought about like everything like colliding, because yeah, the only thing separating was all the time that had gone by. And if there was no time, I could have been who I was looking at. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just started tripping on that like I was exactly where I spent so many long days, months, wishing I could be, when I didn't even know. Like I used to wonder, how do you even get to those trails? Like where is that? Because I wasn't really familiar with East County, since I'm from North County and like a little smaller like beach town. So I didn't know this area like super well. But it's funny because yeah, we ended up moving so close to where I was locked up, and now this is home, and I love living here. Like it's so beautiful here, and there's so much like wilderness and like trails to walk on. And when it hit me that that's where I was, it was just the craziest feeling. And of course, like my mom called like right after my husband picked us up. So I got to tell this to her, which she's the kind of person that trips on this stuff too. And it was just such an amazing feeling to think that everything had come so full circle, and that I was exactly where I wanted to be on the other side, with my dogs, feeling this moment way out there, like in wilderness. And I never felt so free and so happy as like being out there with my dogs. Like, and in that same moment, oh my gosh, I'm getting so many notifications. I was like realizing that I was living the exact life that I have always dreamed of, you know, having my dogs, getting to spend my days just exploring wilderness with them. And for how many like decades I thought that life would never be possible. I remember being a little kid and not being able to have a dog, and thinking that I would never feel that feeling of like completion of getting to explore the wilderness with my dogs, because I'd never be a kid again. But I felt everything in that moment that I've always wished for. And I fully was just so free, so peaceful, so happy, like a time of my life, just me and my two dogs. Zuma's little and she can't come exploring the wilderness because she's like 5 pounds or something, but Foxy and Zora and I were just having so much fun, and I'm like chit-chatting with them about like, let's go this way and let's go this way, and I just felt so free in the moment of just everything felt so perfect, that I had everything I've ever wished for. And what brought me here was finally letting go of that freaking chase of the high, you know, of that life. And I got to this point because now every effort is trying to be a better person, trying to be everything that I can be as a mom, as a human, everything. And I just felt like, yeah, worlds collide, and this feeling of peace and completeness, and it was just so overwhelming. And the fact that that's where I was. And now I ran out of time, but holy cow, most amazing, life-changing, happiest moment ever. And so I had to share it with you guys.